While the tradition of gun deer season remains strong, deer hunting has changed over the years. Most hunters still get out on opening day, but fewer hunters now spend the entire season with friends and family in deer camp. Hunting styles have changed too. More hunters now sit in comfortable blinds waiting for deer to come to them, and fewer hunters conduct drives or still hunt. Another factor that has caused some hunters to change their practice of shooting only mature bucks is the spread of chronic wasting disease, or CWD, as hunter, landowner, and conservationist Doug Dern explains.
When CWD was first discovered, south of us about 70 miles, there was a big concern about it. We had hoped that it would be a long time before CWD reached us here. That happened last year. Our first positive was last year. We'd been testing all of our deer for the last 4 years, 5 years. Shows us that the disease is expanding. And now our prevalence countywide is about 12 to 13%. There are hot spots in the southern part of the county where it's closer to 50%. I would like to be a part of preventing that kind of prevalence showing up here. Part of the reason we're doing that is to hopefully slow that disease down, because really all we can do is buy time and pay for science. And so now my only rule is an ethical shot and please fill your buck tag. Trying to reduce the population, trying to reduce the demographic that's most apt to spread CWD. I've invited a lot more hunters onto our property, and quite honestly, that's been a positive as well. I've gotten to meet a whole lot of new folks and really started to enjoy that. But if I'm going to call myself a conservationist, it was time to abandon that buck management mentality when that is the demographic that's spreading the disease. We're shooting bucks now that 10 years ago, you'd have worn the sombrero or even been run off the farm for shooting. Changing that mentality has kind of taken us back to the joy of deer hunting that we used to have. There's no more, oh, is it big enough? Oh, I shouldn't be shooting that deer. When what we're really doing is concentrating on ethical shots, no matter what deer it is. Because this property's been in my family for 115 years, and I'm the steward of this generation, I really look at conservation of this land and really of this area of, it's not ours, it's just our turn. Chronic wasting disease fits right into that. When I was a kid, deer hunting was something that we loved to do, enjoyed. There weren't a lot of deer. To shoot any buck was a big deal. And then we went through that whole arc of time of, the big bucks, the huge deer herds, all of that. And now this is the next part of it. But over my 45 years of deer hunting, I've really felt like I've seen it all, and this is the next challenge. And I think, well, who's taking care of the next generation, of the next opportunity? It's not ours, it's just our turn. Should be making sure that the next generation gets the opportunity to say and do that as well. After all these years, it's still magical for me to see a white-tailed deer in the woods, to have the opportunity to hunt them, to have the opportunity to eat them. It's a part of our landscape, it's a part of our culture, it's a part of our heritage. It's ingrained in us.